Alright, this is a update on the school, a GoFundMe update. So GoFundMe meaning there's a link below, and if you could donate any money to the school to help it not just survive but succeed and just thrive. And any donation will be greatly appreciated. Um, the donations have really slowed down, but recently I saw that somebody donated about $200, which I really appreciate. It's very much needed. Um, Still, the YouTube is not doing well at all. It's at a very low point, to the point where I'm almost not making much of anything, and I don't know if it'll ever recover back to what it used to be. Um, it's I really don't know what it is. Maybe people, sometimes they like something, they don't like it anymore, and things come and go. It could be something like that, where, or it could be just the competitiveness of online videos. Some people have just so many things to watch. Um, I noticed when TikTok became popular, I think it drew a lot of the audience from YouTube away into that platform, and there's just so many people out there making videos that it's hard to get recognized. It's hard to get noticed, and then also people are creating very professional videos, very entertaining videos, and um, like professionals are on YouTube, like NBC, ABC, um, just like all big name companies have their own channels, and you're competing for the attention of the audience with them too. So I'm not sure, if it'll ever get back to what it used to be. So I have to come up with other ideas and how to make it and how to keep this thing going. So the GoFundMe is one of the ideas, and everything helps, because one person donating $200 or $100, $50, or more, it's providing the income, or it's trying to provide some of the income that I've lost from the YouTube. Um, it's it's tough to get more students in there, but I've been getting a few here and there, and which I'm very thankful for. One person came in because they saw one of my card decals, and so that shows the effectiveness of that. So I've been putting the logo on each one of my cars to advertise. Somebody else came in because they saw one of my TikToks, and I haven't been on TikTok for a long time, and I just happened to put something on there, and she saw it and she came in. So even though TikTok doesn't pay me money, and Facebook or LinkedIn or any of the social media platforms like that, it is advertisements. So I've been trying to motivate myself to put something out there every so often, but still, it kind of gets annoying to me to have to go in all these different apps just to advertise, like Instagram, whatever, and um, it's just not that motivating to me. But it did work to bring somebody in. Um, I'm still, trying to get more people in, and one thing that I would say that has been very successful, which I'm thankful for, is the lion dance. We've been going out there in the public and doing the lion dancing, and me and the kids and everything, and people love seeing it. People, taking out their phones and video recording, and people donating money, and it's promoting the school. So I would say that's the main thing that really goes well. But you can only do that during nice weather, and we try not to do it too much, um, because I don't want to overkill it. But the goal is to try to do it once, at least once a week, for at least an hour or more. But that helps, but it's still, even though it does help, it's nothing close to the income that I used to make from the YouTube. So I'm trying to still figure out, like, seeing what people like to see and things like that. And it just so happens that most of the videos that people do like to see are, just more informal, laid back, chill, play around videos, especially with kids and things like that. And so that's just kind of what I've been going with. Videos that are more serious, or videos where I'm teaching something and it just doesn't get much views, so it's not really motivating to make videos when you're not really getting the amount of views that you would want, to actually, make income. So basically, teaching online, no matter if it's on YouTube or any other video platform, is just not profitable. So because it's not profitable for me specifically, there's no motivation to put my content out there, because really I'm trying to build up a business, and it's not about teaching for free right now. It's about generating income, and whatever's popular that goes along with what I believe in will is something that I'm gonna move forward with. I wish my channel had more success when it comes to tutorials and me teaching something and people learning, and then it becomes profitable. But as far as right now is concerned, it's just not the case. But it might change in the future. Like even this video right here, if people watch it and it actually becomes profitable, then I can make more videos where I speak. But most of the time when I speak, it's just not that many views. So when you just basically you just analyze the statistics, and then you have to figure out what works. That's another reason why I haven't been posting much of anything. Not that often. Sometimes you post a video and it's just people aren't watching, and then you gotta post another one. And you just gotta figure out what they like. And, it's tough. So that's what's going on with that. And just some closing thoughts about things that's been happening in the world, as far as that shooting is concerned. It's a very sad situation, but I'm all about solutions to the problem, and the debate of whether or not there should be gun control, or if the law should be more relaxed. The way that I see it is, it's tough to control America because we've gone like hundreds of years with guns, and this is a gun culture that we live in. So there's already so many guns distributed to the mass population, and to take all those guns back, I don't see how that can be done. So the problem is already out there. All that can really be done is just a restriction of more guns being pumped in out there. But even with that, it's not going to be something that's going to change everything overnight. It's going to take a lot of time for that to change. So it might take over a decade or over 50 years before there can be any significant change where you could actually like noticeably tell, hey, gun crimes have gone down. And um, so it's not like an easy answer. But what I would say is that with technology, there's a difference between like a revolver, um, a basic semi-automatic that might only hold like 5 bullets compared to 10 bullets, compared to 15 to 30 or more. And a Glock type of gun is gonna be a lot more devastating than just like a regular revolver. Because somebody has a revolver, they can only shoot so many times before they have to reload, and that takes time. And when they're trying to reload, that's when people can really take advantage of the situation. So I see the advancement of firearms, as far as the technology is concerned. It's creating like a lot of challenges where, yeah, the right to bear arms is important, to defend yourself, but you don't need like 800 bullets or, you know, even 100 bullets to do that, or even a gun that's just like for example, a lot of automatic guns are illegal. You don't really see that out there. Most guns are like semi-automatic, and it's not common to have to find anybody that has like a automatic like firearm, and if they do, and if they made video of themselves having that, that could be used as evidence, and then the police can go after them, to confiscate something that they have that's illegal. So meaning, something like, say, cocaine, it's illegal. So if you videotape yourself using it or distributing it or selling it or whatever, then they could come after you because that's evidence. But with something like cigarettes, it's legal and people could buy it anywhere. So people, anybody could go out there and smoke and drink, but not, you can't just go to Walgreens or Walmart to buy cocaine because it's illegal. So I see that part of the solution is restricting like access to firearms that are just high capacity and just like too efficient, like too scientifically developed. Like, just think about it like this. Imagine if people could go to Walmart and buy grenades. I mean, grenades is something that exists. They use it in the military. They use it in war, but it's not something that they use on the streets. If people could just buy grenades at Walmart, and then people are just throwing grenades all over and just like blowing up cars and buildings and everything, and then you wonder why this is happening, is because people have access to that. But I mean, who do you know has a grenade? You can't get it from Amazon. You can't get it from Walmart. You can't get it from Walgreens. You can't get it from eBay. It's not out there where you could buy it. And in order to get those things, you really have to go like into the black market, or just go like, you have to have like some secret knowledge into who to network with in order to get your hands on something like that. So I think part of the solution is like restricting people, regular people, from having access to high capacity firearms. Like even AR-15s, like they hold 30 rounds, and that's a lot of rounds. And the AR-15s are stronger, more powerful than handguns, and it's just harder to stop somebody who's using that type of firearm, because the rounds are they shoot very long distances. It's very efficient, and you could just, you could kill so many people all at once, and it's just something that's just beyond what is necessary for defending yourself. But at the same time, once you start restricting things, um, regular people from buying this type of technology, then the manufacturers of these technologies, they lose out, and their businesses won't survive because the government is not supporting them, and then that can make them go out of business and them losing money, and then also losing the motivation to create and develop and research for um, to improve. So that will make it um, that would be a setback for that industry and that business. And really, in the bigger scope of things, it could be a setback to the military and to the country as far as like research and development required to really kind of have a step above the rest of the world. Because if you don't have um, the money and the research and the technology to be one of the countries that has the greatest firepower, then other countries, it's going to be easier for them to overtake you. So it's kind of like the whole thing with Russia and that's going on in Ukraine. Like the country that has more firepower, more military power, typically they could just overtake any country out there. So if the military, if this country did not put in the research and invest the money into bettering technology in order to have an edge above everybody else, then they're going to be overtaken by countries that are more powerful as far as military is concerned. So the reason why we have so many of these problems in America is because America is so powerful in the military aspect. The government supports, and a lot of the people support greater technologies, and that entails technology in firearms and military. It's not just computer technology or car technology. It's about like having a lot of power, and people like to feel powerful, no matter if it's just a single individual, a family, a community, the government, or a culture. And really, it really boils down to, in the end of the day, people's mental health and their spiritual health. These firearms don't operate by themselves. It's people that operate them. And if the people are not like emotionally stable, mentally healthy, and spiritually aware, then they're going to create havoc. And when you put this type of technology in the hands of these people, there could be a lot of devastation. So there really is no easy answer to any of this. But what I would say is, what you can do is try to treat people with greater respect. I think it really boils down to when people do crazy things like this, a lot of it is like being treated like disrespectfully, being bullied, people that they're just not enjoying life because of so much negativity that they experience. And like every time you bully somebody or people bully others, it's not helping the situation, because you sometimes you could be dealing with a ticking time bomb, and that person gets so upset that they could even commit suicide because they just can't handle it anymore. And you hear about that a lot, online bullying, and then people committing suicide, and that is essentially boiling down to the same problem. It's just that they're not killing a bunch of people before they commit suicide, so they just basically don't care about life anymore. And I see with this online technology, it's compounded the problem and is making it worse. Where people are they're saying a lot of negative things, a lot of bullying going on, and it's affecting people's mental health and their spiritual health. And there's a lot of depression out there, and there's a lot of suicides out there, and those go hand in hand with violence. Because once someone becomes suicidal and they're depressed, there's a high likely chance that they may um, decide to be violent, you know. Um, and also, of course, it's just the culture of violence with the media, with the entertainment industry, the gaming industry. I mean, violence is pretty much like um, worshipped in this culture, and people profit off of it, and people get attention from it, and people are entertained by it. This is the culture that we live in, and this is not something that's going to change overnight. This is a part of the lifeblood of what America represents. America's all about this, and it's not going to really change. If you really don't like it, then it might be a good idea to move to another country. But this is the country, this is the culture that we live in, and there's the good, there's the bad. There's no easy solution, but like I said, something that you can do is to be nicer to people, be more respectful to people, and encourage your friends and family to do the same. The more that we treat each other with respect, then the less likelihood of there to be a lot of violence in this world. But the more that we are disrespectful to people, then it's going to lead to more problems and things like what's going on, and if you see people that are going through some struggles, reach out to them and try to get them some help. That's what I would say would be some immediate things that we could do to make a change.